tell you, I sure did enjoy the drive in Tennessee with the twisty, windy roads, and I just wished that I had had one of the motorcycles down there just to rip around a lot of the switchbacks and just gorgeous roads. But we've got roads like that not too far away, and ultimately once the Cafe Racers build is finished, I would like to go down. It's Brown County, and I believe they call it the Turkey Run, but I'm going to start doing poker runs and benefit runs with the motorcycles come next season. It was something I used to get into a lot when I was building Harleys. Really enjoyed doing that. Always a great crowd and great groups of people. Very versatile. There were some bikes that you would not think would be used that should have been in museums. One ride in particular is called the Ride for Riley. Is one of my favorites, and I hope to get to do that next year. But there was literally over 11,000 motorcycles at the last event that I went to. 11,000. And the organization on it and everything was just fantastic. Everything went off without a hitch. There was only one bike dropped out of the 11,000, and the individual was not injured. Then we also, with that ride, the Ride for Riley Hospital, Children's Hospital, we get to ride around the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the Brickyard. That's about the most awesome part of the whole thing. And the first year that I went, they did not have a speed limit enforcement on the track, so we were allowed to rip around the track as fast as we wanted to. And I had my custom 97 Harley and was ripping around the track 110 miles an hour, just absolutely loving it. But they have since told us, you guys can go 35 miles an hour, but it's still an awesome experience getting up around turn 2 and touching the wall, and just there's a lot. Just an event-filled weekend, and it is a weekend. It's not just one day. It's a fantastic event, and in the closing ceremonies of the event, we ride by Riley Hospital, and all of the kids that are able to come out and view us come out, and it's just it's heart-wrenching, but at the same time it's one of the most wonderful experiences you could ever imagine. So that's my goal, regardless of which bike it is that goes. That's my goal this year, is to be able to, or next year rather, is to be able to go on that Riley ride. And if I do, I'll be sure to find a place to mount the cameras and take it along with me and show it to you guys. But that's it. I'm gonna quit yammering. I will see you guys. I'll show this to you guys here real quick. We've got a windmill blade coming. How's that for cool? When I was a wee little lad, I worked over here. Used to be a gas station. Lordy, that was back in the 1980s. And then over here was a drive-in, and the drive-in was open back in the 80s. Now that's gone. My, how times have changed. Alright, so am I excited? I am. Why? Because I got literally hundreds of dollars worth of parts for a $100 bill. The guy was only asking $80. When I saw what I was getting, I gave him an extra $20. Made his day, and this absolutely makes my day. This is a CL200 twin frame Well, essentially everything but the motor. And when I say essentially everything but the motor, I'm going to commence to showing you what I mean by everything. Everything. Okay. Taillight's got a crack in it. I don't care about that. Rear turn signals are non-existent. Front turn signals are there. They're kind of rough and roached, but the lenses are halfway decent. The tree uppers, they're not in too bad a shape, but this front end right here is going over here. So what else makes that really, really cool? Well, I'll tell you in a minute, because I've got more to show you on here. The gas tank, although it's been repainted and the paint's chipping off and the gas tank seal is kind of non-existent, the inside of this tank is absolutely spotless. It's almost impossible to see in there. Let me get a flashlight. Alright, flashlight in hand. The inside of this tank is just, I mean, spotless. The petcock is there. It's missing one badge, but that really doesn't bother me. I'm alright with that. This has the heavier duty shocks on it, so those shocks are actually going to get cleaned up as best they'll clean up and go on the 125, so that I've got some adjustability, because the shocks on the 125 are just static. Now as I go through, I mean, you guys can see the brake is connected, hooked up, and everything is operational there, which is just freaking awesome. Like I said, this entire front end is going to get transplanted over here. That alone saved me a ton of money. I mean a ton of money. So I'm real jazzed about that. I don't care. And even the boots are in really good shape. They are not split anywhere. They've just been pulled down off their perch right here. But they're fine. A little bit of mud that I've got to clean off of the shock tower. But the shocks are in really good shape. The guy pulled the wheels off, not the guy that I got it off of, the previous guy pulled the wheels off and went through and just painted everything silver. And looking and feeling the rims, I think once I get that paint off, there's going to be a decent base underneath there. These even still have the original Bridgestone tires on them. The original Bridgestone tires. Let's take a look what we've got here. Manufactured in Japan. It's a CL200, serial number 132 or 82, one or the other. Weight 395 pounds. Made 6 of 70, I think it's 3. See if it says here. It does not. Pretty sure it's 73. The seat, although dirty, is in amazing shape. No rips, tears, anything like that. It's not a seat that I need, but it is a seat that somebody else may need. I am keeping that tank. That tank is getting transplanted onto that bike. So what else is cool on here that I'm going to be able to use? Well, I told you about the sprocket. It's a brand spanking new sprocket that has never had a chain on it. Let's come over here and take a look at the sprocket. And this sprocket actually is not in bad shape at all. So no big worries there, but it will be nice to have a spare one on hand. What else? There is something else, and you guys are probably not seeing it, so I will just show you. This is the toolbox. Okay? Behind this cover right here, which I'm not going to pull off, behind this, well, I guess I can. I'll go ahead and pull that cover off. Right down here where my finger's at is the toolbox. It's missing the door, and obviously there are no tools in it. So I saw this one, I was like, oh, awesome, it's got the door on it. That's really gonna save me. And then I did this. You hear that? I thought, there is no way in the world. I cannot be that lucky. I push the button and I flip that door open. And what do you think is inside that toolbox? The original toolkit. Unbelievable. Just incredible that that toolbox is in, that tool bag is in there. That never happens. I mean, it did happen with old Bill, or Big Bill rather, but most generally you do not get that lucky. You don't get that lucky with a gas tank being as clean as it is, the seat being as nice as it is, although dirty. There's just so much about this that screams score when it comes to resurrecting and bringing old Bill up to where I want it. Now you guys may notice here, this is a newer ignition switch, double-sided, still a Honda switch, but it's a newer ignition switch, okay? So I was really wanting to have the ability to lock the steering and operate the ignition switch with the same key. Now we come over here, the lock is on there, the tumbler is clean and clear. Then we come over here, here is the seat release. That one is free and clear, and the numbers are on it. I don't know if you guys can read those numbers or not. Those numbers are 9729, T9729. So I thought, okay, well, we don't have numbers on this one down here. Is the ignition switch still on the thing? Ah, the ignition switch is still on it. It's been painted over black, but it's still there. So then I was like, all right, well, I've got the number, I can order a key. And he goes, oh, you don't need to order a key. He even had the key to the thing. Key goes in, does what it is supposed to do there. Come around here to the fork lock, let's move it over here. I'm not sure which way, I think it goes this way. Okay, ready? Fork lock comes out and works. Let's come over here to the seat. Can we get the trifecta of luck? Is it possible? Could it be? Oh, what happened there? Ah! That is just so awesome to have the key and the ignition switch and the fork lock. I won't be using this, but I mean, even the battery trays in there. And another really nice thing about it is, if you look, none of the wiring here has been jacked up or mucked with at all. We can see the regulator rectifier is still dangling. The horn is still there. All of the original wiring, and yes, even the coil is still there. So I have a spare coil. And we look at the front wiring. Everything carefully disconnected the right way. Carefully disconnected. I hope I didn't just lose sound. That would really suck. All of the wiring properly disconnected. Absolutely zero cut wires. Now, I won't be able to use, see, even on the turn signals, It was, a lot of care was taken in taking this apart, which is just awesome. Even the flasher is still there. So to say, is Zippo happy that he went and spent $100 on a rolling chassis? Abso-freaking-lutely. There's no way I could have gotten this level of parts available in one bike any cheaper. And I even gave the guy extra money. There's no possible way. So the bike has made me happy. This is a really good purchase for me. And on top of that, when I get off of it what I need, it is still a very good viable parts bike with a fantastic frame on it. There is absolutely no rust on this frame anywhere to be found. Anywhere. Nowhere. So, score. Big score. Huge score. Zippo's shickled titless. Wait a minute, maybe it's the other way around. But I'm psyched. And if you guys look at the drum here and the drum there, they're identical. So no issues there. It's the same size wheel. Just it's was meant to be, was meant to happen. It is meant for old Bill to get back on the road again. And old Bill is going to get back on the road again. So this winter's project is actually shaping up really nicely, and I'm doing it the way that I had intended, which is on a very tight budget, where I'm putting out as little cash as I possibly have to bring that into the cafe racer lifestyle. So that's it. I have sat here and babbled for almost 13 minutes, and I've got some other footage to add to it. So, friendly neighborhood Zippo. I know, it's another motorcycle video. Get used to them, folks. They're coming. Even the grommets for the side covers, which are still real pliable, will come in really handy over here, because those are so dried out. Anyway, alright, that's it. I've babbled enough. Friendly neighborhood Zippo, if you guys liked this, please smash that thumbs up button. Everybody did awesome on smashing it on the last video. Thank you very much. It helps. You don't realize how much it helps. It only takes a split second to hit that thumbs up button, and it enables me to continue to bring you more and better content. I don't know what state this sticker's from. Anybody see? It's a 1974 Indiana certificate of inspection. That's the only inspection sticker on it. 1974, year after it was made. How about that? Alright, that's it. I'm done babbling. See you guys on the next one. I'm out.